Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, we're going to be taking a look at 20 things you need to know before you end up buying the BF Weevil, which I will say is probably the most anticipated car, or one of the most anticipated vehicles from the Cayo Perico Heist, because when the update came out and players were able to discover what drip feed vehicles there were, and the Weevil was one of them, players started going nuts. So I'm really excited to talk about it in this video today. So the Weevil is a two-door compact car, obviously from the Cayo Perico Heist, available on the Southern San Andreas Super Auto site. Now, it has a buy it now and a trade price. The buy it now price is $870,000, and the trade price is $652,500. So a pretty significant cut right there of around $250,000. So you're going to want to get the trade price for this vehicle, and you're probably wondering, well, how do you end up getting the trade price? And the trade price is unlocked very similarly to the Itali RSX. You basically just have to complete a mission for one of the resident DJs at the music locker. And you'll do this by receiving a call from Tom Connors, who will then instruct you on basically where to go, who to save, and one of the DJs will be driving this car. And if you complete the mission, you'll unlock the trade price. So it's very, very simple. Now, as far as when this vehicle could end up releasing, it's actually right behind the Dinka Veto Modern Go-Kart. So that means the Go-Kart has to come out, at least another version of it, before this vehicle could ultimately come out. So it might not be in 2020 when we see the BF Weevil, or it could be in 2020. Depends on how many cars Rockstar want to release over the next week and a half or so. So that's the BF Weevil, its price, and its potential release order. Now, the only other thing on the website, which is kind of funny, is the description, where Rockstar says you could pop a mood ring, rock a stack perm, roll a doobie, and crash the stock market. Or, for a faster 70s vibe fix, you could just purchase the Weevil. Some fashions are timeless. So, this is obviously an incredibly fun vehicle. Let's go ahead and take this into the Los Santos custom shop and get this thing customized. So right off the bat, you've got 22 options of customization, which is just awesome. And we knew this vehicle was going to have a lot, and this is the best part of it. So the first unique thing you can do is the front bumpers, where you have 17 options. So not only do you have 22 customization options, but each category is stacked with a bunch of different customizations. So you can do a lot on the front bumper. You can do a ton on the rear bumper as well, including exposing that engine in the back, which is obviously going to look really cool. After that, it is your exhaust options. Again, there are 12 exhaust options for a compact car. It's pretty awesome. So lots of customization that you can do here. 17 options for the fenders. And what's great about this is this fender option allows you to change both the front and the back. You can do both at once here. So don't just focus on one or the other. Make sure you make your changes to both if you end up doing anything. From there, you can change some hood options too, whether you want either secondary or carbon, or a fog light option, which adds 2 additional lights to the front. So some nice options right there. There's also an adventure kit option. It's the only option on this, which basically adds a shovel and an axe, which are sort of like fashioned and secured to the top of the hood. So that's the hood accessories. And then we go to liveries, and there are 15 of them, and they are awesome. So the first one is Hot Rod Flames, which, as you guys can see there, is a nice set of yellowish to orange to red flames on the front hood of the car, and kind of extends on the side on the doors. Now, the next one is Purple Flames, and the thing about this is it's not just the same flame pattern, but in a different color. It's literally a different set of flame designs. So like if you flip back and forth, it's not the same flame right there, which is really cool, because that would have been a very easy approach for Rockstar to do, to just change the color. But no, they actually redesigned the flames altogether. So that is actually kind of cool. After that, it is Backyard Camo, which is kind of this like out of focus, blurry, sort of brown and green camo. Now, as you guys can see there, you still retain the primary color of your car underneath the livery. So that's why it's going to be fun to play around with a lot of different options here. Same with Arid Camo. This is a more like in-focus traditional camo. And as you guys can see there, you can still see like the baby blue primary color that I had on this car by default underneath. So that is Arid Camo. After that, it is BF Cup Car. And I'm sure there are a lot of pop culture reference liveries that we're going across here. So if you recognize any of them in the comments down below, please be sure to let us know there. You have the giant BF logo on the hood with a dark blue stripe surrounded by red outlines. And then at the bottom of the door sill, you have the same thing with the BF font also. So that's pretty awesome. After that, it is Stronzo Racing, which is a similar design. Instead of the BF logo, you have 52, and you have the green and red stripes of Stronzo. You have a bit more sponsorships on there on the side and on the back. So this livery is a little bit more crowded than the other one, but it's still pretty cool. After that, it is Evil Weevil, which, again, I'm pretty sure this has to be a reference to something, but you've got the fun Evil Weevil font text on the side, lots of sponsorships, BF logo on the hood, and on the curves of the car, you sort of have this like red outline, which looks pretty interesting. So that's Evil Weevil. Barn Find is up next, which creates this like rusty patina look all over the car. You can still see the primary color underneath it as well, so you'll have a lot of fun playing around with the various livery designs and also the various paint jobs that you can apply on there as well. That is Barn Find. After that, it is Forgotten Racer, which essentially is a combination of BF Cup Car and Barn Find. So you're getting like the best of both worlds there, rusty and patina, but also has like an actual livery on there underneath as well. So that is Forgotten Racer. After that, it is Beatnik Beater, which is this rusty patina design, but you've also got this flower power pattern going on underneath, which looks very interesting, I will say. So like I said, we're going to have a ton of creative options with this car as far as things that you can do. And now we're going to start getting into some of the psychedelic ones. The next one is Tie-Dye, which is very vibrant. Literally the entire car just becomes this tie-dye, like psychedelic t-shirt pattern, which is definitely fun, I will say. The primary color does not show underneath that. That is for sure. After tie-dye, it is normal flower power, which is really fun. So this is the same look you were getting on Beatnik Beater, but it's no longer rusty. You just have a bunch of colorful, vibrant flowers under there. After that, it is Peace Man, which, again, is giving off very 70s hippie vibes here with a peace sign on the hood, peace written on the doors, and just this crazy flower design all over the vehicle itself. That's extremely fun. After that, it is Trippy Vibes, which is giving us exactly what it is, more trippy peace vibes. You've got this colorful flowery design with peace signs all over the car itself. Again, very 70s here, which is awesome, by the way. You guys are probably going to be able to create some of the most cool designs ever going on here. And the final one is also very trippy. It is Love Machine, which has love with the peace sign for the O written on the side of the door. So those are all your liveries right there, which are pretty fun. Some of them are very simple. Others are very not so simple and very like psychedelic, which is obviously very cool. So that's pretty awesome. Now, as far as our color groups go, you've got primary, secondary, and trim. Your primary color is going to affect the top half of the car. So as you guys can see here, all the changes I'm making affect like the roof and the hood. Pretty much anything under that is left unchanged, and that is left to the secondary color. The secondary color changes that, and it also changes the color of the stock rims. So the center, that hubcap is chrome, but everything around that is changed by the secondary color. So you'll have fun playing around with that. And the trim color affects the inside of the car, like the roof, the seats, everything, the dash. So play around with that, and you'll be able to come up with some creative color options. Now, after your colors, you can add some roll cages into this car if you want as well. Now, be careful when you're playing around with this because some of the roll cages will end up changing the seats too. So just keep that in mind. Now, the roof options are like the best here. Look at all the awesome things you can put up there. You can put like tires and luggage. You can put like surfboards on top. And what's cool is Rockstar give you like all these different options for various surfboards that you want to create, which is so cool. So there's a lot of fun options right there that you can put on the top of the car. You can also change the skirts as well, like if you want to add running boards or even an off-road kit. So there's some fun things that you can do. You can add a spoiler as well. For the look that I was going for, I didn't think the spoiler looked all that great, so I don't think I ended up adding one here. And normally we skip over suspension, but the suspension of this car gives this vehicle that cambered effect that a lot of other vehicles have. So it doesn't just lower the vehicle, but you can see the effect it literally has on the wheels, and it completely stances the car. So play around with the suspension if that is the look that you are going for. And if you wanted to get rid of the secondary color on the rims but still keep a similar look, the wheel you can actually choose is Lowrider Classic Dollar, and then from there you're able to change the color to whatever you want while still roughly keeping the same style. So that is pretty much everything you can do inside the Los Santos Custom Shop with the BF Weevil. Taking it outside, it's super fun for car shows. You can open up all of the doors, and if you actually look inside of the front trunk, you'll notice that your spare tire matches the one that you have applied to your wheels. That's a pretty cool little detail right there from Rockstar. You can obviously see the engine running in the back, the belts moving, the gears turning, and obviously the inside of the car has a very, very retro look. So that's pretty awesome. Nothing really special about the headlights on this car. There isn't, crazy bright or low light features for that matter. So that is pretty much it right there as far as this car. Again, it's in the compact class. The one thing I will say is it does wheelie really well. I didn't get a chance to try that in this video, but if you hold down the accelerator and the brake and then you let go of both of them, you'll be able to wheelie really, really well. I don't know why Rockstar did that. That's usually a muscle car and a bike thing. But I guess for the BF Weevil, they wanted to have that feature on here as well. Now, I didn't really even bother going over the performance of this vehicle because, let's be honest, number one, players are not doing compact races. It's just not a thing that's really all that popular. And number two, we all know the real reason why players are buying this vehicle. It's because they want to customize it, bring it to car shows. They want to drive it along the beach. They want to go cruising through Los Santos. They want to just do fun things with this car. And this vehicle provides that and pretty much everything. So it's an A+ as far as all of those categories go. It's a really fun vehicle. I can't wait for Rockstar to officially release it in GTA Online. But I would, of course, love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. What are your thoughts, opinions, and more on the BF Weevil here in Grand Theft Auto Online? Are you going to be buying this vehicle when it arrives? Are you going to be staying away from it? Wait till it goes on discount? Let me know your thoughts, opinions, and more in those comments down below. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Cayo Perico Heist videos that I'll be doing here on my channel over the next couple of days and weeks. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you guys in the next video.